What this one is about is a way of helping you to become much better, even better, and independent learners. So it's a survey. It takes about 20 minutes to fill in. It gives you an individual graph of how you see yourself as a learner, and then it gives your teacher class graphs so that the teacher can look at the whole class and see what you're like as a class around your learning and how you see yourselves as learners. So it's going to ask you questions about those 7 dimensions, and eventually it will plot them for you on a graph. You'll have a handout when you go to your computer that explains to you how to log on and the various log on information that you need. So the first thing you'll need is the URL that takes you to the website, and you'll find that on the top of the handout, which is www.antidote-progress.org, but you don't have to remember it because it's on the handout. Once you get onto the website, you'll be asked for the login for the school, and then you put in your personal login information, which is your initials and your date of birth, and then you'll get an option to fill in the Powerful Learning Survey. The questions are answered on a 1 to 4 scale, from not at all to very like me, and you choose what it's like. You read the question and you choose how like you that statement is. There's a little graph at the top that shows you how many questions you filled in, so you can see how far you've got. It fills up so that by the end, the graph's completely full and you've come to the end of the survey. You press submit and it will give you a graph that tells you what it's like, what you are like, or how you see yourself as a learner. We also like you just to tell us what you thought of the survey, so just give us some feedback on what it was like to fill in the survey. And at the end you get some graphs. There's a pizza graph, which shows you the pizza slices of your learning, or a spider diagram, and you can look at either. And that'll tell you something about what kind of a learner you are. You can click on each of the dimensions and it will tell you what they mean. It'll also print you off a report. So if you want to print off a report, you can do that, or you can save it onto your account on the network.
We've just been doing a survey and it tells us what kind of learner we are.
The survey was all about what we were stronger at and what type of learning we're weaker at.
It was really fun to do because I enjoyed finding out what I was like.
It's a series, I think, of 60 questions.
Do you take part in any school activities?
It gave you 2 types of chart and it showed you what kind of learning you were strong at and what you were weaker at.
There was a pie chart. It said that I was an independent learner, and my weakest point, I think, was probably creative learning.
I think it was quite easy. The questions were quite simple.
I think everybody has a potential, just need to work hard at it.
I found it quite interesting because it showed me what type of learner I am, and it showed me what places in learning I'm weaker at.